Hey guys, this is Christine. Now it's fall and many people start to suffer from dry coughs due to this dry weather in the season, and so I thought I would introduce to you one of my favorite Chinese medicines, which is snow pear syrup. It's also called autumn pear syrup, and it contains basically snow pears. So there are two names for exactly the same thing, and you can buy it basically in every Chinese medicine pharmacy. But today I want to show you how you can make snow pear syrup very conveniently at your home. Now, who can take our snow pear syrup? Well, it's best for people who have a dry throat, a dry cough, or even a hurting throat. If you have a cough with a lot of phlegm, this is not the thing you want to use. But otherwise, it's also good for people who have to talk a lot, just like, for example, me, or singers, or talk masters, or teachers, or people who sell things online who have to talk all the time and therefore have a dry throat and a dry cough. I remember 2 years ago I had to hold a lecture series for several days in a row, and I had to talk about 8 hours a day and developed a dry throat and a dry cough. And one of my Chinese friends just got me this syrup and I took it and it worked wonders for me. So in case you have to talk a lot, you can just take this just to protect and moisturize your lungs. So let's get started and study with me how you can make the snow pear syrup easily at home. For this recipe we need 1 kilo of snow pears, half a monk fruit, 30 gram of Chinese red dates, 20 gram fresh ginger and 100 gram rock sugar. We first take our pears, we remove the inner core, and then we cut them into crude pieces so that we can put them into our blender. Then we put the pieces into our blender and blend them into a fine puree. If you have just a small blender, just like me, you might have to do it several times in a row. When we are done blending the fruit, we pour the puree into a pot. Then we take a walnut-sized piece of ginger, we peel it and we dice it finely. Afterwards, we take the Chinese red dates, we remove the inner core and we also dice them finely. We open and divide the monk fruit since we just use half of it, and then we pour all the ingredients into our cooking pot. We mix everything together, bring the mixture to a boil and boil it on a low flame for about 40 minutes. Afterwards, we sieve the mixture through a cheesecloth to extract the fluid. Be careful to first let the mixture cool down a bit, as it is very hot and you might as well burn yourself. As a second step, we pour the mixture into a pot, we bring it to a boil, and then we add the rock sugar. We stir to dissolve the sugar and then we keep on boiling the mixture until it has thickened into a syrup. You can do a water test to determine if the syrup is ready, and when it's ready you pour everything into a mason jar. For using the syrup, you dissolve 1 to 2 tablespoons of the syrup in a glass of warm water. And ready is your lung moistening syrup. I hope you liked today's recipe and see you next time again.